On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 vanished without a trace. It was a routine flight scheduled to travel from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, a journey that should have taken just over 6 hours. The aircraft, a Boeing 777, was one of the safest and most reliable planes in the world. The passengers on board were a mix of nationalities, including Chinese, Malaysian, and several other countries. They were business travelers, tourists, and families, all looking forward to reaching their destination. The Boeing 777 was carrying 239 people from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Among them were 227 passengers and 12 crew members. The flight took off at 12:41 a.m. local time, and everything seemed normal. The weather was clear, and the plane was cruising at a stable altitude. The passengers settled in for the night, some watching movies, others sleeping, unaware of the fate that awaited them. But just 40 minutes after takeoff, the plane lost contact with air traffic control. At 1:19 a.m., the last voice communication from the cockpit was heard, a simple "Good night, Malaysian 370." Shortly after, the plane's transponder, which communicates with ground radar, was turned off. This was the first sign that something was terribly wrong. The aircraft then made a sharp turn westward, deviating from its planned flight path. It suddenly turned off course, heading into the unknown. The plane flew across the Malay Peninsula and out over the Andaman Sea. Military radar tracked the aircraft for another hour before it disappeared completely. The sudden change in direction and the loss of communication baffled experts and led to widespread speculation. Was it a hijacking, a mechanical failure, or something more sinister? Families and the world waited in agony as search efforts began. The news of the missing plane spread quickly, and the families of those on board were left in a state of shock and disbelief. Vigils were held and people clung to hope, praying for a miracle. The search operation was massive, involving multiple countries and covering vast areas of ocean and land. Ships, planes, and satellites were deployed in an effort to find any trace of the missing aircraft. Despite the largest and most expensive search in aviation history, MH370 remains missing. The search spanned over 120,000 square kilometers of the Indian Ocean, but no definitive wreckage was found. In 2015, a piece of the plane's wing, known as a flaperon, washed up on the shores of Reunion Island, providing the first tangible evidence that the plane had crashed. However, this discovery only deepened the mystery, as it raised more questions than answers. From mechanical failure to hijacking, many theories have emerged, but none confirmed. Some experts believe that the plane suffered a catastrophic mechanical failure, while others suggest that it was deliberately taken off course by someone on board. There are also theories about a possible fire, a sudden loss of cabin pressure, or even a cyber attack. Despite extensive investigations, no conclusive evidence has been found to support any of these theories. MH370's disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. It has led to changes in aviation safety and tracking procedures, but the question of what happened to the plane and the 239 people on board remains unanswered. The families of the victims continue to seek closure, and the world continues to search for answers. The story of MH370 is a haunting reminder of the uncertainties of air travel and the enduring quest for truth in the face of tragedy.